After reviewing every single collection from Chanel, I'm ready to share with you the best Chanel beauty releases of 2022. Not only I'm going to be sharing with you the best Chanel beauty releases of the year, but also, as you can tell, I have no makeup on, so I'm going to be creating a full face of the best of Chanel 2022. And it's not only makeup what I'm going to be talking about. There's fragrance, there's also some nail polishes and other things. Starting first with foundation, and Chanel launched their new Numéro 1 de Chanel skincare line, and within that skincare line there's also some color products like the Numéro 1 de Chanel. This is a gorgeous foundation that it gives a lot of moisture, hydration. It's alike in terms of a skincare like the Sublimage line, although the Sublimage line is more geared for anti-aging skincare, while the Numéro 1 de Chanel is more for moisturizing, hydration of the skin. It does have red camellia extract, and it is just a extraordinary foundation. Let's go ahead and apply it. And by the way, if you're new here to my channel, I do film in natural light. I do have mature skin on my fourth floor, meaning that I'm over 40 years old. I will be leaving all the details of frequently asked questions, skin type, foundation matches, as well as all the links of the products that I will be talking about today on the description box below. And as you can tell, I'm just using a very, very little amount. I'm gonna go ahead and spread it with a beauty sponge. This is not a heavy foundation, but rather a very lightweight foundation. I do have a ton of freckles, a little, not that much redness anymore, but I used to have a lot of redness. Not anymore. I do have some signs of aging, sunspots. This foundation is so skin-like, and there was also another foundation slash concealer from that Beige, and it is the Water Fresh Complexion Touch, which is basically a more pigmented version of the Water Fresh tint, which is one that I absolutely love. This is also a best product from Chanel, a favorite of mine. This is a lot more lightweight. I'm going today for not a super glam look, but this particular product, I like to use it for easygoing days that I want to have that no makeup kind of look and just perfect my skin, but being traceless without really showing that I'm wearing makeup. Absolutely an amazing product, but I cannot use it as a concealer, perhaps as a spot concealer for around the face. But as you can tell, I do have very dark under eye circles. And if you were to ask me what is the best product that you have tried this year, it is Chanel Le Correcteur Yeux. It is a color corrector and a concealer. Because I have dark under eye circles, I always use a color corrector. And I really love my concealers to have great coverage, but that they are lightweight, that they have a lot of pigment, that they bring moisture on my under eye area. But at the same time, because I'm over 40 years old, I don't want to emphasize the signs of aging because I do have fine lines underneath here. So this product has been just magical. To me, this is top favorite of all my concealers. It comes with this little spatula. I know a lot of people didn't like that it came in a jar, but to me it's fine. I mean, if you are going to have it at your vanity table, there shouldn't really be any problems at using it. As you can tell, I have just that much. That's all. And I will suggest you to just apply 2 dots right here and 2 little dots right here. And I really like to let it set for a little. While it's doing so, I go ahead and do my brows. So this is not a new product, but since we're talking about Chanel, I'm just going to be using that Chanel brow pencil, which is a really nice brow pencil. It has a spoolie on one side, and then on the other side, you have this kind of like thicker kind of crayon, which I actually like quite a bit. It's a lot easier to fill in any sparse area. And this is also a great brow pencil because it is waterproof. To set my brows, I'm going to use, to me, one product that is kind of like a fail. And I say kind of because it is fun, but I'm not gonna get use out of this thing. It is a dual Lumiere, which I find it interesting. It gives some shine to your brows. You can also use it for, it's like a gloss for your eyes or even for your eyelashes. The problem here is that this product doesn't really hold your brows. It gives a little bit of, not glitter, but kind of like a shine. I mean, it's all about kind of like party time, but it's not something that I was looking for from Chanel. So I think this is just a total skip for me, and yeah, I failed. Let's just call it what it is, a fail. Now I'm going to spread the concealer, and the concealer comes with this little brush. Do not throw it away. I know some people say like, oh, that's useless. No, it actually is part of the magic of this concealer because it does spread it seamlessly without big strokes, and it just gives the most out of the concealer. I mean, if you see the difference right here to this darker area, this concealer to me is just pure magic. You don't even need to set it. It's not gonna crease. It is so long wearing, and it will keep the under eye area so hydrated. It's just fantastic. I mean, look at this. It's brightening without leaving a cast. For those of us that we have very dark under eye circles, and you will agree with me if you have them, sometimes brightening concealers, they can emphasize or give kind of like a grayish cast because they have a white pigment under it, and mix in with the green hue or the blue hue of the under eye circles, it just creates this gray cast that is so unflattering. And this color corrector and concealer is just in another level. This is just simply magical. Going next to the cream bronzer, and this is not a new product, but a new shade from Chanel, is Soleil Tan Medium Bronze 392. So when they reformulated the universal one, they call it 390. Then last year they came out with 395, which has a little bit more of a reddish undertone and it's a little bit deeper than 392, which was launched this year. I enjoy very much 392, although I can use 395 if I go light-handed. I still think that Chanel needs to expand at least 2 to 3 more shades on the deeper side to cater for those who have deeper complexions. So this baby is just the perfect tone. It has a little bit of a golden undertone without being orangey. I'm going to be using one of my favorite new brushes, and it's by BK Beauty 109 brush. I know it's not from Chanel, but I just wanted to mention it to you. But oh, look at this. It's the perfect shade. It gives me a little bit of bronze. And like I was telling you, I'm filming in natural light, and today is kind of like a foggy day. It's not, I mean, I don't know where the sun went. It's behind the clouds. So put that a little bit right here and chisel out my nose, my jawline too. Perfection. It's not too creamy, it's not greasy, it's not too balmy. It just have the perfect consistency. It doesn't lift up any of my foundations, not only Chanel, but I can use this cream bronzer with any foundation and it will never lift it up. And it's just the perfect tone for my skin tone. With the Beige collection, Chanel brought us powders. And let me repeat myself, these are oversized powders. Nowhere it says that these are bronzers. These are supposed to give more color to your skin, but let's just give it to Chanel that the 3 shades that they brought, they are really catering more for those who have light, medium, tan, and tan to deep complexions. This is the medium one, and then the next one, which is the deeper one, it has a red undertone. This one has more of like a golden tone, not orangey. Again, it's just, it will give you this golden goddess kind of look. So pretty. And one to me that I use it as a bronzer, one product that I had been using so much, you cannot even see the embossing anymore. I wish that Chanel will bring this back or just make it permanent. And same thing with the oversized Kabuki brush. Oh my goodness, this is just, oh, so soft. Sorry, I'm gonna use it because this is just a favorite brush from this year. How perfect is this? I love this brush. I love this bronzer. It has become one of my favorite go-to bronzers of the year. You know what? I forgot to prep my lips, and there are two lip balms from Chanel that are just incredible. One of them is from the new line of Chanel, the Numéro 1 de Chanel. The shade that I really enjoy, it is Vital Beige, but this product you can also use it on your cheeks as a blush, and I really love to use it as the no makeup kind of look, also the clean girl kind of look. In fact, I did a video here on my channel showing you how to create a Chanel clean lady kind of look, and I used this product. It's fantastic. But the other new lip balm from Chanel is the Rouge Coco Balm. Although the formulation has existed for many years, this year they came out with the lip balm but with pigments, so they have different shades. My favorite one is Natural Charm. Although I have to say that the Numéro 1 de Chanel, it's just a little bit more hydrating. It feels more balmy than this one. This one is more lightweight, but you see the amount of pigment? I mean, I'm gonna remove it afterwards, but we just need to prep these lips. And for blushes, none other than the Water Fresh blushes. These have suspended pigments that just break up in this kind of gel consistency. All the shades are beautiful. I have all of them. The ones that I enjoy the most is Intense Coral, Deep Apricot, as well as Warm Pink. I have a review on all the shades, comparing them side by side, and it takes, I will have to say that you have to play around with this product and kind of understand it. I'm going to be using the shade Warm Pink. Basically, you want to break the pigments first, and you want for the product to develop. You see, it does have color, it does have pigment, but as you let it sit for a little, then the product becomes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And you can actually go for a second time and build on that pigmentation. I'm going to be using the same brush, the one from BK Beauty, and I'm just going to go directly right here. And there you have it. What a beautiful shade. And look on my hand. I'm spreading the product and the shade. It's so beautiful. And how wonderful it works with the powder bronzer. It's not lifting up any of the product. I'm going to use a little bit more. It's not a full pump. It's just like, is it like a quarter of a pump? Look right here. How it's becoming, again, deeper and deeper and deeper. You can use a stippling brush. You don't need to use your hand to use these. You can use a little dish tray. And your cheeks, they look so healthy, glowy, not dewy, but with a healthy glow. So in love. And with La Pausa collection, Chanel brought us two gorgeous blushes. One of my favorite ones is Beige Rosé. With this beautiful embossing, is the perfect peachy tone. I'm just gonna apply it right over top. It does have a very light sheen without being glittery. There's no glitter, there's no shimmer. That's fantastic. The perfect peachy shade. In terms of highlighter, Chanel brought us Rêve de Camellia, a dream of Camellia. And it is a dream. I mean, look at the embossing. Isn't it this so pretty? But not only is pretty in terms of the embossing, but also the finish. It's not your typical highlighter. And that's something that To me, this year, most luxury brands excel at bringing us luminizers, those products that they really make your skin look like it's glowing from within and giving this ethereal, angelic finish to your skin. And this luminizer came with this little Kabuki brush. And look at this. This is what I'm telling you. There's not a stripe, a streak of pigment that it causes a shadow on the skin. No, not at all whatsoever. And you can definitely use this product to even bath your face. Look at that. It's just giving me these, again, like an aura effect. So you can use it definitely as a finishing powder, as an all-over glow. So in love. Now, this was not the only best highlighter of 2022 from Chanel, but during the holiday season, Chanel decided to shower us with this highlighter. This is an oversized luminizer. I have both of the shade Eaux and Doré. Doré to me is more of a highlighter that I will be using for summertime because it's a little bit deeper in tone. And even this one, Eaux, it's a little bit deeper too, which I appreciate it. So I'm going to use it for my shoulders. I think during the holiday season, you want to glow. Oh, and by the way, do you see this glow? This is from Chanel's Le Beige oil. I applied it upstairs of my bathroom, so I didn't brought it down, but that's also a favorite of mine. Such a great product. And then it has that typical scent of that Le Beige line, which is so, every time that I smell it, I know summer, we're in summertime. And this is just, look at this, so pretty. There's no glitter, no shimmer. It just makes you look extra glowy. Oh, so beautiful. And by the way, this brush is from La Mer. So pretty. You can just add it a little bit on the clavicle, and it gives that extra glow. Oh, just precious. And as far as eyeshadows, there are a total of 5 eyeshadow quads from Chanel that to me, they're just fantastic. And what about if I rank them? Yeah, I think I want to do that. Starting first with the holiday eyeshadow quad. This one is Ombre de Lune. It's a very everyday nude kind of palette with a little bit of warmth to it. If you use just these 2 shades, it will give you more of like a neutral kind of tone, while if you use this shade over here, it will bring a little bit of a coppery tone to your look. And then using this shade, it gives you this very warm gold look. It's a very beautiful palette. Don't feel that in any type of palettes, even if it's as simple as a quad, that you need to use the 4 shades to achieve this look. I have shown this palette in different ways how to use it, because a lot of people, when this palette launch, they were saying like, this is gonna be too coppery, and I demonstrated that if you use it the right way, it's not going to be just a coppery palette, and the formula is really beautiful. Not only that, this year Chanel has introduced us to different textures and different finishes from their typical eyeshadows. Like for example, this is something new from Chanel. We never see a metallic shade like this from Chanel. We see satins that they will call it metallic, but they are actually satins. Let's be honest, they are not true metallic shades. But yeah, and that makes me super excited that Chanel has decided to give us more options in terms of finishes. You still get the classic look from Chanel, but with a little bit of there's a little something happening here to just jazz it up the look. In 4th place, 58 Intensité. This one, it plays a little bit with cool pink muted notes, a little bit of mauve, and then you have a little bit of a subtle gold. Now this is the traditional eyeshadow formulation from Chanel, but this is a lovely palette. Very simple, not too much, not too pink, not too red, not too gold either. A very feminine eyeshadow quad from Chanel. Now in 3rd place, I have here Mediterranean. This is a classy Chanel kind of eyeshadow quad with these neutral taupey tones, cool tone, but all of the shades here, they have some sort of luminosity. So you have basically three kind of like satin borderline metallic shades, and then this shade over here, again, it has a little bit of sparkles, kind of like a taupe shade. It's gold, it's very elegant, very classy, sophisticated look. It's very neutral. It's not so cool tone. There's just a couple icy tones here, but it creates a very, again, that sophisticated look. I know these swatches, they don't make justice to these eyeshadow quads, but if you are a Chanel lover, and or if you have watched my reviews on each of these Chanel collections, you know that these work just fantastic. Now for my top Chanel eyeshadow quads of this year, yes, there are the tweets from Chanel. In a specific, these two. For my second place, I'm gonna put, oh, I know this is hard for me to put it on the second place because to me it's always a tie, and this is 01 Tweed Couvre, which is a gorgeous, very well executed brown golden tone that doesn't lean copper. It just gives you the best golden goddess kind of look, and you have different finishes from your satin and then to this beautiful topper shade that again has those little sparkles which just elevates the look. And then in first place, Brun et Rose. Oh, this is a cool tone dream palette that has a little bit of a taupey tone. You have also a kind of champagne pink tone, again cool, and then a little bit of brown that is not a super cool tone brown, but rather a neutral brown. This is just stunning too. And tell me, the beautiful tweed embossing on these eyeshadows is just incredible. This is a collector piece. This just talks about Chanel, about the fashion house of Chanel. It's just so iconic. And yeah, I do have backups of these. Not because I needed to, but these are just to me collector pieces. These are just one of a kind, and I wish that they will make it permanent. I'm gonna be creating an eyeshadow look with Brun et Rose. Going first with this shade, and I'm gonna take it and apply it above the crease. Sonia G Worker Pro, and I'm gonna go to this shade, and I'm applying it on the outer third of the eyelid. Sonia G Mini Booster, and I'm gonna go to the deepest shade, and I'm gonna apply it on the outer V just to make it a little bit deeper and to elongate my eyelid shape. And then I'm gonna use my finger and go to this Beauty. It's this champagne cool tone pink shade, and I'm just gonna apply it the inner portion all the way to the middle of the eyelid. And oh, look at that, the eyelid looks wet. I have created a little bit of a wing with an eyeliner. Again, I will be leaving all those details in the description box below, but now I'm going to go with this waterproof eyeliner from Chanel, and it is in the shade Brun Agape. It's kind of like a brown tone. And again, I'm just going to use it on my waterline. And this year, Chanel released a new mascara, Noir Allure. It's more of a lengthening mascara. It gives separation, doesn't give much volume. I will say it's kind of like your everyday mascara. I love this format and packaging. It's a nice mascara. I think with time, I learned to appreciate it even more, because at the beginning I was like, oh yeah, this is a lengthening mascara, but it wasn't like, oh wow. But as time has passed, I think the mascara has become even better. It's not the type of mascara that you need to build too much, because it does have more of a dense consistency. And as you can tell, it's just giving me more than anything separation and just coating each of the lashes. And because it doesn't give me that volume that I usually look forward in a mascara, it's not to me a complete fail. It's not the worst product from Chanel, because as you can tell, it leaves your lashes looking really beautiful, totally fun, and just very defined. But it's not a mascara that is just like, oh wow, this is the best mascara. I went ahead and removed the balm, and now let's talk about the lipsticks. I think when Chanel announced that they were going to bring nude lipsticks in their Rouge Allure signature lipsticks, everybody was paralyzed in a way. It got us all so excited because Chanel lipsticks, they are beautiful. For the most part, I love them all. I love all the formulations. But what I see from Chanel is something that I admire. They bring us a lot of red tones, they bring us deeper shades, they bring us some orange tones, something that we always see lack of on other brands. But also at the same time, Chanel doesn't bring us many nude shades. So when they decided to bring us a full collection of nude shades on their Rouge Allure formula, I was all about it. I bought them, pretty much all of them. I think I missed two, just two of them. I did a review here on my channel. In fact, it's one of my most viewed videos alongside with when I tried for the first time this color corrector. And here are some of my favorite shades from the nude collection of Rouge Allure. The first one, Illusion. A perfect nudie tone. Mise Anu, one of my very favorite ones too. This has a little bit more warmth to it, while the first one has just a little bit more pink in it. The next one is another one of my most used ones, a Demi Mo. This is kind of like your pillow talk kind of shade. My lips but better. Alter Ego, it's an incredible shade too. It has this kind of warmer brick undertone to it. And then Sensibili. This is also a beautiful shade. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Spanish Pink by Tom Ford. So these are my top favorite ones from this nude collection, but also on their holiday collection, they brought us gorgeous shades. One of them, the Rouge Allure L'Estrade, which is a new formulation from Chanel, also launched this year. It's kind of like also a satin finish kind of lipstick with refillable packaging, a lot of pigmentation too. You see a lot more pigment right away. You can tell right now the difference. And this shade in particular is called Rouge Céline. It has this perfect red orangey tone. Oh, it's just fantastic. And two favorite ones also from the holiday collection are the Rouge Allure Luxe. These shades are precious. This shade is called Rouge Ombre. Very beautiful, kind of plummy kind of tone, wine kind of tone. So pretty. And then the other shade is Rose Mystery. I love this shade. It's the perfect mauve tone. And these are more long wearing, hydrating, more of like a satin finish on a liquid formula, very long lasting. It's stunning. I'm gonna line my lips with this Chanel lip pencil in Nude Brun. I'm going next with Illusion. What a perfect nude shade. And no look is done without a fragrance, and Chanel brought us Paris, Paris. I think they were really missing Paris, Paris because we have so many different places where COCO, Gabrielle loved to spend her time, but what about Paris? I mean, it was truly missing in this beautiful pink juice. It has citrusy notes of lemon, but on the opening, there's some pink pepper, damask rose, and there's a little bit of patchouli in it. Oh, such a lovely fragrance. It is your vintage rose, your experienced kind of rose, your experienced kind of woman, city woman. It's just fantastic. the patchouli is so well done, and I really love that it has a little bit of that citrusy note in it that just it's awakening too at the same time. And if I have to give a little comparison, they are not equal at all and whatsoever. But if you like Gris Dior, I feel also Gris Dior is a vintage rose. I feel that you're gonna love Paris Paris. Although Paris Paris has again that citrusy note and also the pink pepper that is just a little bit more vibrant, more not effervescent, but just a little bit more, yeah, just vibrant, a little bit more awakening too. One of the top fragrances of this year, definitely Paris Paris from Chanel. And I have already spoke about the body oil from the Beige collection. And this holiday collection, Chanel brought us Coco Mademoiselle in a pearly body gel. This is beautiful. When I first tried it, I really didn't appreciate it that much because honestly, it smells a little bit more. It has a tiny bit of that alcohol kind of scent, but it does have the beautiful scent of Coco Mademoiselle. Now, it doesn't give a lot of shine to your skin, but nonetheless, it's very pretty. I think it really serves as for layering, or if you want, again, a little bit of splash of scent on your skin. And the little particles of glitter, they are just so fine that you can barely see them. And you already know, my friends, that I love to do my manicure at home. Is something that is relaxing to me. It's a me time, and I have so many nail polishes. And this year, Chanel brought us a ton of nude nail polishes. So I pick up a few, or many of them, I should say. And the shade that I'm wearing today is Singularité, which is kind of like a pinky nude shade. I love this tone. It's just very feminine. Also from the same collection, I enjoy Harmony and the Nude. Beautiful tones, all neutral, all nude tones, all me shades. And then during, I think it was the spring collection when they launched two jelly kind of finish nail polishes. I didn't pick up the one that it was more lilac in tone because I know that with my skin tone it may not look the best, but I went for Utopia, which it's a gorgeous peachy shape, ideal for spring, summertime. And again, it has this jelly-like kind of finish, which is a little bit translucent, but there's still the pigment in there. And from the Beige collection, I picked up Blanc Écume, which is a perfect shade for, I use it all over the nail, but also you can do the typical French tip nail. And it's not a super bright, stark white. It is the perfect snow white kind of tone that, again, if you use it all over your nail, it doesn't look like, oh, this is too much. It's such a beautiful, beautiful shade. And talking about nail polishes and going more into another favorite of the year from Chanel are their holiday gift sets. This year they brought us, oh, these beautiful sets. I think out of all of their sets of the past few years, these bags are some of the most beautiful bags in the past, I will say, 5 years. I really like the ones from last year too, but these bag in particular, these grayish with gold tone and white, oh my gosh. And I know it's really hard to get your hands on these ones, but just make sure you keep refreshing that link because I have seen these sets coming back in stock, not only on Chanel's website but also at other retailers. Like I said, you may be able to still get them. It's just a matter to be consistent at checking in those links, refreshing them and whatnot. But a favorite, this particular set comes with an OG Ballerina nail polish, also the top coat, and also the hand cream from Chanel, which is fantastic. The red one, the one that I have right here, is the one that comes with the bronzer. And this one is actually in $3.95. I'm not gonna open it because it's for someone. And also comes with that to-go brush that is just so beautiful, super, super soft. It's synthetic bristles, but it's of a really, really good quality. And I think this is particularly good for traveling. In addition, Chanel also brought us other holiday sets for Black Friday. This one in particular with Coco Mademoiselle in this travel size. Oh, the packaging is just stunning. And then also on this set you get Bush Coco Balm in the original version, which is completely clear. I mean, perfect gifts from Chanel. Also on this red pouch it came the iconic lip glosses from Chanel. One of my favorite ones is 112, this kind of like gold tone, which is fantastic. Let's just apply it a little. Why not? We need some gold. It's the season. Oh, I love the applicator of these lip glosses too. They are just fantastic. Okay, my friends, this makes it for this video. I now would love to know from you, which are those products from Chanel that for you were the best, the most epic releases of 2022 from the brand, and which ones were the worst? Which ones did not work for you? Let's continue the conversation on the comment section down below while you're at it. And if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Come and follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share it with family and friends. And if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos right here that I'm sure you're gonna love. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.